Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. I'm excited, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited because we are on the cusp of hitting 100 with My Hero Academia in terms of total episodes. Our Brawl. This is the episode title for this one. And I suppose we're going to continue on with the brawl, or with the battle that was going on as planned. And I think the teachers are going to be watching closer to make sure Midoriya doesn't have another incident like that. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. But anyway, let's get this up.
I wonder if he's going to break that power back out and actually manage to use it, or if he's just going to stick to controlling his emotions and not letting random powers break out for the rest of his fight.
I think it's going to be the latter. I think they've showed off the power, the new power for now, and he's basically going to like circle around and just be like, okay, get myself in check, center myself. I need to get back to where I was. I need to basically execute my plan accordingly. I can't, and it's like this new power is interesting, but I haven't planned for it, and I won't call upon it unless I'm absolutely desperate. And yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. Anyway, let's get into it. This is My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode 99, Our Brawl.
Shinso was able to subdue him with brainwashing before. And if this power stems from his quirk, then I can always erase it. Everyone is trying their hardest to win this round.
I won't risk using my quirk if I can't control it. It's not ideal, but I can't put everyone in danger again. Shinso's standing right in front of me.
Him not using its quirk at all is just a recipe for disaster, though.
That's not good.
I have a favor to ask.
And make him weightless.
Fire! Great! Buckle up!
Oh!
It looks like I threw them randomly to be
Ah!
but they're also personal trampolines
That's awesome.
for me. This was part of the plan from the start. It
Oh,
smash into these.
We don't think so.
They're so fast that we don't have time to strategize.
Uh-oh.
It's impossible to get stronger on my own.
Your power's mine. Don't tell me.
Your arms and legs will shoot
Oh,
off
Jesus.
if you try to.
Wait, Monoma! Don't do it! Too late!
Not so fast. They had martial arts. He doesn't have your quirk, Deku. It's a bluff.
Oh man, no fair. I drew a blank.
Weightlessness, I knew it. Just to get him up there.
I've wanted to fight you again ever since the festival.
Don't
Come
respond.
at me. It took you 6 years to learn how to use these binding cloths. Does someone like me really stand a chance at mastering them like you did?
I practiced a long time, but I was learning from scratch. No one was there to shepherd my progress. If we can't look out for ourselves, then we're as good as dead. I'm not the type to waste my time on hopeless cases.
Midoriya! Control your heart.
Oh, he's using them again.
Oh, he did use it.
Those who live in this power.
Oh,
I had a feeling that might happen.
okay.
I'm not afraid of this power anymore. It's on my side.
Was going on a rampage earlier just for show? Stop playing around and trying to trick me.
Oh.
My body can't keep up with the improved version of his quirk. It's not a power that can be used with a max output of 20% yet. I can
He's
tell
got to
from how
work
it
on
feels.
that one just
This
as much.
ability is
Oh.
one I won't be able to use for a while.
I won't be able to brainwash Midoriya at this rate. Gotta retreat. Sorry, Monoma.
You know how many powers I can copy?
He definitely has Yanagi's poltergeist, as well as Kodai's size.
Guessing 3? You think that must be the case because I've got 3 clocks. So what happens if I was just pretending to have that many and can actually hold 4 now? There are a lot of different kinds of quirks I could copy. Do you understand that when I say fire, it's all over? This supporting character has an ace up his sleeve.
Did Monoma do
Oh,
something
crap.
to Deku?
So, I'll have to make it my kind of fight.
Okay. If he goes around like pull like a Spider-Man, that's awesome.
It's too fast.
Yeah.
I'm done for.
Time to fire.
Ooh! Oh.
Sorry, Shinso. I didn't plan on getting caught. I hope I gave you an advantage.
And this is why they call me a mobile god bot.
Nice work. If we catch one, the rest will be goners.
Ow, ow, ow.
Melt down!
How far I've come!
Oh. One down. Hey.
Don't worry about me.
Racing further and further ahead while I crawl along. Go beyond, right? Plus Ultra.
Things looked awfully dangerous
Damn.
for a second there. This marks the end of today's training. You learned about
Bushido.
your enemies and yourselves. You fought bravely. The winners of the Hero Course Battle are Class 1A!
Yeah.
This test also decided if I was ready to transfer, right?
How'd you know? Did you tell him?
No, I figured it out on my own.
This isn't finished until we've gone over your critiques. Rejoin your team. Let's just start with Midoriya. What was going on with you?
Maybe a
Something
new
he
move,
can't
but
really talk about with all of you
normal
there.
super strength.
I'm trying to figure out what it was myself. But thanks to Uraraka and Shinso stopping me, I was able to get a handle on things. And I realized that whatever this is, it isn't something I should fear. So thanks to both of you.
Putting your body on the line to help a friend is true devotion. Yes. So much passion. I can't stand it.
Uraraka, you jumped to him right away and saved the day. You never even hesitated. Bet you hugged him real hard, didn't ya?
Bushido.
I didn't think twice about butting in.
You've grown up quite a bit, Uraraka.
If I'm being honest, it was all I could do to take care of myself.
No one asked any more than that from you, Shinso. No one can master being a hero right away.
No.
Except maybe All Might, but he doesn't count. Before becoming a pro hero, you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself, otherwise you'll fail. What you showed us was enough to earn a passing grade.
I'm not going to be satisfied by merely passing. I need to work harder and aim higher, and live up to my potential.
Go at it with a plus ultra mentality.
Yes, sir!
That was a good episode.
It was a great episode. Anything else? No. Okay. So, yeah, that was a really, really good episode. I mean, a lot of character growth, a lot of, some revelations about, Midoriya and his new ability, Black Whip.
After next episode, we'll have watched 100 episodes of this.
Yep. Technically, we have watched 100 episodes of this. We watched the movie.
Well, yeah.
And we split it up into 4 episodes. That was fun, by the way. Yeah, this show continues to just be one of my favorites. I love this show a lot.
We need to look up where the new movie falls in terms of spoilers, if we can, without getting spoiled.
I've heard some people say it's best to watch it after this season.
Yes, because I think I heard it had spoilers for season 5.
Yes,
so
I
we
heard
should
that
watch
too.
it after this season, and we might be able to watch it once we're done with this.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to do that, and then hopefully season 6 will be close behind after that.
That'd be cool.
All right. Well, yeah, that was a great episode. I am extremely happy with how everything went in that one. I mean, I know that Shinzo got the passing grade and everything, and he said he has to learn, but given where he started and where he is now, I mean, he's already made leaps and bounds. I mean, especially with his movement, that's one thing. And also his thing is, he didn't really get a chance to use the voice modulator on Deku. I think because the voice modulator, again, that's a new thing that could potentially really change his overall usefulness in terms of longevity.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the binds that can do good when it comes to attacking, but also whenever he gets the the modulator and they basically go limp, and then he can use the binds to basically just
The more I think
tie
about
them
it, the
up.
more I see why his power, like they consider his power to have a disadvantage to the point where he needs extra things to take care of himself and stuff. Because
Well, yeah.
essentially, like once someone knows about your quirk, when you have a quirk like that, it's useless against them for the most part. Like, you can use the voice modulator to try to trick them in certain instances, but when people realize you have that, like, they'll just stop talking altogether, or they'll only talk to people that they see talking to them, like when they're facing them,
In which, yeah, but at the same time, it's his power in terms of its ceiling, in terms of like what it is capable of doing. Imagine One for All, or imagine All for One going on a rampage. All for One goes on a rampage, and then all of a sudden, Shinzo uses All Might's voice. He emulates All Might's voice. It's like, All for One, I am here, and then all of a sudden he's like, I didn't expect to see it.
Yeah.
He could take out All for One or One for All just like that, or he could take out All for One just like that.
Yeah, potentially.
And that's the thing, when his power ceiling is so high, but yet he needs like assistance to get there. I can understand that, but
I just thought of a kick-ass combo though.
What's that?
So if Monoma, if he were to copy brainwashing, and then if he were to also manage to copy I forgot her name. Crazy fucking chick from League of Villains.
I know the one. Yeah, the blood.
Yeah, like
the
if
blood.
he could copy her quirk as well, then those two together would be an amazing combo. Because you could show up looking like whoever they were going to trust to talk to and get them to respond to you in their brainwash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see.
It starts with a T, I feel like.
Yeah. Himiko Toga.
Yeah.
That's her.
Because she's the one that can copy people by taking their blood, right?
Yes.
Copy their looks, yeah.
She
like
is
basically doppelganger them. Like if you could doppelganger along with the voice like brainwashing, that'd be an amazing combo.
Yeah,
I feel like Monoma's the only kind of person that could really do that besides like All for One, who straight up steals people's quirks.
Yes. I mean, honestly, man, I don't know. Monoma and Monoma, if he could get a hold of her power, and of course, Shinzo's power.
They were also
that
acting
that would be
like
tremendous.
Monoma's like similar to Shinzo in terms of like a weakness to his power.
Yes.
And I can kind of see that, but really it comes down to how smart you are with what you're using. And I guess it also comes down to like having friends along with you. Like if you're by yourself and like I don't know what the limit is on like how long he can keep a quirk copied. But if you're by yourself, you get attacked and then like you can't get close enough to copy a quirk off of someone else. Like actually, did they even explain exactly how his copy works? He didn't steal. Well, he was going to take Midoriya's, wasn't he? He did take Midoriya's and he tried it and it didn't work. Okay, so he can like yoink quirks off people he's fighting, but you're at a big disadvantage when you start a fight because you may as well be quirkless at that point.
Yes.
And I think that's why they're saying that his is kind of a weakness.
Yeah.
As well as, like I was saying before, like I can't believe they didn't actually mention it, but I really feel like it's a situation of when you straight up copy someone else's quirk, you're using that quirk probably for the first time unless you've recopied it again. but there's no way you'll be nearly as experienced with that as they are.
No, it depends on like the dexterity of the quirk, though. Some quirks you can just like get, and then all of a sudden you can just use.
Well, I mean, imagine
like
if
Bakugo's, for instance.
Yeah,
Bakugo,
I mean, like he could make explosions, yeah, but could he propel himself around accurately with explosions like Bakugo does?
But again, the dexterity of the power versus the user's dexterity. Like, okay, Uraraka. Uraraka knows, like, I guarantee you, she studies like atomic weights of things so that she can better understand, you know, how much power she has to give to that certain object to make it fly.
Doesn't she kind of start to get sick if she overuses it?
Exactly.
And see, that's going to be a big downfall to someone copying her powers. They'll probably hit that wall quicker.
Well, they'll
than
hit
she
it
will.
sooner because they won't know how to control it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you know you are aware of just like, okay, this person weighs like 160 pounds, make them fly, boom, they're dead. I mean, honestly, man, there's so many things like when it comes to copying powers, like if you are aware of the person's power and what it takes to control it, I think you would have a better time. But then there's stuff
I just
like
don't think you
Mount
would
Lady.
ever be quite on the same level as someone that you just copied if you were trying to use their own.
Oh no, but in all honesty, it could
It's
be
definitely
used as
more
like
of
a
an
tag team
advantage to
thing.
copy quirks from, you know, allies to double the power, or to copy quirks from enemies to use against enemies' allies.
Yes, and I think, for instance, he could team up with
And in a
he could form
one-on-one
team
fight,
with-
like at any given time in a one-on-one fight, I don't feel like he would have a very easy time. Know what I mean?
No, and in truth, with what he could do, he could get on a team. Imagine them forming a team where all the powers were really easy to use, but they were also very powerful. For instance, Mount Lady. Mount Lady, her thing is just like she grows, and thus she gets the overall power of someone who is that size. Now, if Monoma were to copy her power, he could basically do a double team with like Mount Lady and basically just like destroy like have twice the destruction power.
Two kaijus wrecking the bad guys instead of one.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then of course there's Kamui Woods, which would be more difficult for him to control because of the like how the wood would grow and everything. I don't know 100% how Kamui Woods works, but there's several that he could copy, and it could basically be a team built around his ability to double up everyone at any given time.
I was also really afraid they were about to have him just fucking destroy himself with all.
I was afraid of that
one for
too.
all.
I was afraid of that too, but I guess it's where he's not aware 100% of how the power works.
Yeah.
You see, Deku inherited it, but Deku didn't 100% understand how to tap into it or how to use it, and he needed All Might's.
Wasn't the whole thing with One for All that it has to be willingly given and taken?
Yes.
So maybe that's the whole thing, is where it's copied. It didn't really meet the beginning prerequisite for him to even be able to do anything with it.
Maybe that's the thing too. Maybe that's what's needed. I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of questions I have in terms of like how these powers can be used. The fact that Monoma is able to now use 3 abilities or more and use them for up to 10 minutes apiece, that's actually really big. Because if he can up that to like 30 minutes, he can like dedicate it out. Be like, okay, instead of I can use 3 powers for 10 minutes apiece, or I can use 1 power for 30 minutes apiece. So he could actually like divvy up his time between the different stuff. Like, say, the firefighter hero that we saw in season 1. Be like, it's like the building's raging. I need more water power. He taps him on the back of the head. Next thing you know, he's able to use like hydroblast like that guy does. And honestly, it could there's so many applications for his power. It's just he's too much of an egomaniac to really see that. He's just obsessed with proving himself as more of a lead. He wants to be seen as like a lead character himself.
He's honestly strange to me too, because it's not like he's just like, I'm the best. He's just like, my class is the best.
That's another thing too.
So
yeah,
he's really not an egomaniac. He's just very, very proud of his
Prideful
class.
is the word I should have used.
Yeah.
He's very prideful.
It's like he obviously, I guess, since he's included in the class, you could still say he's an egomaniac to an extent, because he's like, since I'm in this class, I'm also the best. But he's more just like, our class is gonna whoop your class, you know?
Yeah. Well,
but yeah.
Anyway, I think this
he's just got one of those quirks that's like one of the most high skill level, you know, high ceiling for learning and utilization, essentially, in my opinion. It's like similar to
Yeah,
Momo's.
Yaoyorozu.
Yeah,
I think Yaoyorozu, again, her lack of one-on-one combat, I think, is what's really lacking for her, because
and I never said it, but that's the cool thing about this show. It's like superheroes are always, we're focused on the fights between the superheroes and the villains constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a neat idea because we're focused more on how did the superheroes ever get to that place, and asking a lot of questions about what goes into learning how to use a power, and like
finer details,
and more than just like a singular use and stuff, you know. And it's a neat idea, really.
Again, dude, sometimes the finer details are more interesting than the fights, in which sometimes I agree with that.
It's like I've heard people be like, My Hero Academia is a meh show, and I'm just like, I just have to respectfully fucking disagree with that.
Yeah, that's
like,
a horrible.
As a concept, it's an amazing concept. Even if you don't think like it's written the best, it's still something that really hasn't ever been done.
Also, I can see why people would say, "Oh, another Japanese anime about a high school." Yeah, except this one's done in a way that at least is different. Well, sometimes there's other ones where, oh, I'm going to high school, but it's in the underworld. Oh, I'm going to high school, but there's magic. And in truth, it's because of the...
I just don't see this that way.
No, well, but that's the thing with this. It's executed so well here that I don't care.
I see this as like, oh, another superhero show, but it's all about them as young people learning about their powers, learning to unlock their powers, and figuring out how they're going to use their powers, and some of them dealing with the fact that, like, their power may seem behind another person's and stuff like that.
You know, I heard a concept a while back that someone told me. I think it would be interesting, but I know that Disney would fuck it up some way. Basically, the next generation of heroes being taken under the wing of the Avengers and being trained by, like, people from the Avengers. And, like, every episode, a new instructor would reveal themselves, and it'd be like the Incredible Hulk.
Well, see, I feel like
shit like that.
The X-Men like school
you see,
is like this most similar thing to like that concept already.
But the thing is, this was before the Fox merger.
Because honestly,
this was before the Fox merger.
that too. But
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, this universe particularly, like, the quirks are the closest thing to like the mutant concept, because it's like almost everybody has a power.
Yes.
And like a lot of people are born with powers, and like they don't know how to fucking use it and stuff, and it can be bad for them and their family as a result. And so you need like societal concepts to come up with to basically explain how all that can work.
Yeah.
And how society can continue to function under those circumstances.
I think an X-Men series,
like X-Men is like that, films, but like less people have those powers, basically.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I would love an X-Men series or an X-Men like movie series, say a 3 to 5 film series that's like this, where we're focusing on, say, a young Cyclops or a young Nightcrawler, and the focus shifts, and like there can be like 3 to 4 subplots per film, and you know, Wolverine's an instructor. He's like the PE instructor. And then you have Charles Xavier, who's like the philosophy instructor, who teaches the kids about, you know, the philosophy of doing good and, you know, just helping your fellow man or mutant. And then of course you have Jean Grey, who can be like a history teacher. I don't know. There's so many ways you can play with it. But yeah, again, it's just I would love to see that instead of the whole New Mutants thing that they tried to do and it failed miserably. I'm sorry, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is My Hero Academia, Season 5, our Brawl. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So,
If you've been watching these since the beginning, holy crap, you've been here for nearly 100 episodes of this.
Yes, you have.
Thank you for
we greatly
checking out our
appreciate that.
reactions to that many.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. And, well, that's going to do it, everyone. Thank you again, and until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
Plus Ultra!